Alright folks, welcome back. This is Charles Thomas here again at JTech Institute. Today we're going to be covering how the power line or the power system in this fuller transmission works. Here we have our clutch shifter. It shifts these little spurs down in here, in and out of gear. Let me get this out the way and I'll show you a little bit more. Alright, now come in here and take a look. Alright, this gear here is your reverse gear. This here is your sliding collar. Alright, and to get that to lock in, we got to turn this input shaft just a little bit. Alright, and spin it. If you look right here in the back in your auxiliary section, you can see that the gear actually turns in reverse. Alright, now if we take this and slide this forward and get it to lock in, that there is first gear. And if you look in the auxiliary again, you can see that it's actually spinning in the opposite direction as reverse. Alright, and basically what it is them shift forks take and go around these and lock these in and out of gear. Alright, you have your reverse and your first, then you have second, which is this gear here, third, and then over here is where it gets a little bit crazy, which is where the X bar on the shifter comes in. Fourth is actually your direct drive, which slides forward with that. That would be fourth gear. And for fifth gear, which is your overdrive, you take and slide it forward. That locks it into fifth gear. Now on the semi trucks, they have an auxiliary section which changes your high and low range, as you can see here. And that's basically pretty much how it works. Now the power flow comes in through the input shaft here, comes in to this gear here, which is your drive gear. Alright, say we're going to put it in first gear for a takeoff. Take it, spin. As the gears inside are spinning, the clutch fork is pushing this in. Okay, now this is your driven gear from your input shaft, which diverts the power out to your two counter shafts, comes back to the first gear and locks in here, and then goes out through your auxiliary. And as you can see here, it's fairly easy to spin. Doesn't take a lot of torque. Alright, and for like say reverse, you have a reverse idler over here for that, which is controlled off of this bottom counter shaft, and you also have another gear over here up underneath the counter shaft to help spin it also. You can see the gear right there. Alright, and that spins it in reverse. And that's pretty much how the power works. It comes into your direct drive gear, diverts out to the two counter shafts, goes to whichever gear you're in, and goes back into the main shaft and out through your auxiliary. And your, like I said, your auxiliary gives you your high and low range. Certain transmissions like the 13, the 15, the 18, the 7LL, and the 8LL have both a high and low range. And the low range for reduction is for like coming out of like the bottom of pits and stuff like that to give you that extra low gear to help get the torque up. But that's neither here nor there. This here happens to be a 3-speed auxiliary. As you can tell here, the auxiliary section is a lot bigger. And if you take a look right over here, you see the difference in it with the 2-speed. And right here is your where you find out. You can see there it's a Eaton Fuller Road Ranger. And there's some of your markings for it to let you know what brand it is. But it's all fairly easy. If you have any more questions, just send me a comment. I'll be more than happy to try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. And this is Charles Thomas here at JTech Institute. I'm going to get back to doing what I was doing, put this shift cover back on. See y'all.